Clinton Jaws, guys. There's a website out there. It's called clintonjaws.com. And you could get this stuff, this sort of thing, okay? And do you guys know? Are you guys a trigger? Just hear me out, okay? Do you know of somebody who triggers people? Get the shirt for them. Maybe it's your wife. Maybe it's your kid. And, you know, I realized, this is going to sound stupid. It's not going to come out right, but I realized that chicks actually look really good in this shirt. So there's four made for girls, but they're tight, okay? And so I'm sorry that there's only a certain, I'll show. It's a tight shirt, guys, for girls. But guys, cops, and this is sloppy. I know a lot of cops that have hot wives, and you want them to wear this shirt. I promise you. Especially if they're the trigger. Oh, I almost forgot. When you go to the website, everything's on sale right now. And also, punch in the promo code TRIGGER. You get more money off. I got my medicine here all lined up to help me out through this podcast. You know, we're, speaking of medicine, we're flying back, okay? We're flying back. We went somewhere. And I bring medicine on the plane. Did you guys know this? A lot of people don't know this. But the little bottles of liquor, like the 50, I think they're 50 mils or maybe they're 100 mils. I don't know. But you know the little tiny bottles, they have vodka, rum, gin. You can bring them on the plane. You're allowed to bring those on the plane. So coming back, I don't know, I had about 10 because I need 10. I'm not a good flyer. I don't fly well. So I bring that, and the girlfriend hates it. Hates it. She always says, "Are you sure? Are you sure that you're allowed to do that?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm positive. I looked into it. It's something you can do." So at the airport, I get a big Coke at Subway or wherever, right, with a straw and some ice in it. And when I get onto the plane, I pour a couple into it. And the girlfriend is like saying to me, "No, don't. Clint, don't." But of course I do. And why wouldn't she want me to have my medicine? I need my medicine. Oh, listen to this. This is so stupid. I'm sorry I got off on this. I didn't expect to talk about it. We're an hour and a half into the flight, right? They decide to finally serve us. And what do they start with? Water. Two dudes going up the aisle with a big bottle of water and a couple of cups for everybody, asking everybody if they want water. Why wouldn't you start with the drinks? So I said to them, they didn't like it. I said, "You're starting with water? Nobody wants water. They want some sort of booze, okay? We're 35,000 feet in the air, and you're going to serve us water? That's why you end the flight with water. Goofy. Is that not goofy? The flight on the way there, I mean, it was right away booze. But they start with water. Dumb. And then we're halfway through, and I had a bottle of Coke on there. And I open up my bottle of Coke, and I guess it's not a good thing when you're in a plane, when you're at 0 to 35,000 feet. The bottle, something happens. Something happens to the bottle. So I open it up, all over next to the guy beside me who I don't know. All over. And he's like, "Why'd you do that?" And I'm like, "I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry." So I get up, and I go back. I need something to wipe this up with. It's everywhere. It's all over me. It's all over my seat. It's all over him. And I go back towards the washrooms, and I ask the dude that's working. And I say, "Hey, man, I spilt Coke everywhere. Can I have some paper towel?" Swear to God. He has a roll of paper towel, but there's about 7 sheets on it. He rips one sheet off and gives it to me. And I said, "That's not going to do it. Can I take the roll?" He had issue with me taking the roll. He's like, he's thinking about it. He didn't like that. And I said, I'm going to need that empty roll in your hand. And he kind of gives it to me. And I start walking. And he starts following me. And I said, I'm okay, man. I could take care of this. And he goes, no, I should come and check things out. So I'm wiping it up. He's standing right behind me, watching me wipe it up. And I look up and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good, okay? Like, you can leave. Just kept on standing there. And I don't know why that made me angry. It just made me angry that he's hovering, checking things out. Like he's suspicious of me for some reason. Maybe they knew I was drinking up a storm. But isn't that what you do on a plane? What else are you going to do? Then I got in trouble. I won't talk about that. Stayed at the Fairmont Hotel Airport in Vancouver. You guys got to stay there. And it wasn't a good night when we got back there. I was happy. Guys, also there's also another website out there, and you know how I always have a badge on my desk? I don't know where it is. I don't know what I did with it. But if you're a retired RCMP member, if you're used to be an auxiliary, if you're a current member, you could go to thegoldenbadge.com. I think that's it. And you get a spitting image. I went to, okay, I'll tell you this. I go to Canada Post the other day. Like I'm at Canada Post quite often. And I'm mailing things, okay? I'm mailing something that's really thin. And did you guys know this? The thing that I mail, it goes through regular mail because it's only $2. If I go up to the next step, if it's bigger, if the envelope's bigger than what it is, they charge me like $10. So I want regular mail. And you have to pass whether it's going to be regular or more expensive mail. And they have this measuring tool. Okay, it's like this. There's a big gap. It's a big hole like this. And they take your package and they see if it fits. If it fits, regular mail. I go up there the other day. And there's a man-girl working. Maybe I should edit that. Okay, I don't know how else to describe it. I got nothing against man-girls. But he's definitely a man-girl. And I'm like, regular mail. And he's got this tool. I give him my package. He's got this tool. He takes the tool out, takes my package, and he starts putting it kind of through it. But it kind of stopped a bit. Like, he's not even trying. And he's like, and he really did talk like that. Like, well, it's not, it's got to fall freely through here. And it's not, you're going to have to pay for the, I can't go through regular mail. And I said, you know what? That's really weird. Because I've done this 35 times. I have. Maybe 50. And every time it's passed, but not today. He's like, here? And I'm like, yeah, here. And now I'm thinking, okay, he's going to try. I'm cheap. I don't like getting ripped off. I know my package passes for regular mail. So what do, right? So I'm thinking in my head, well, I'm going to go home. And then I'm going to come back. But what am I going to do at home? Anything different than I just did now. So I say to him, I said, you know what? I'll just step aside. I'll go to the desk there and I'll fix it. So I go to the desk. I open up my package. I take my thingy out and I put my thingy back in. I tape up the package. I haven't done anything different. I go back and he measures it again and goes, that's much better. Yeah, it passes for regular mail. I just can't believe the world we live in. You're good to go. Weird. I know I'm talking too much, but I can't help it. I haven't talked to you guys for a while. Have you guys done your taxes from last year? I don't even, were we supposed to do them in March? I just got my taxes done. Oh, God. I owe a ton of money. Listen to this. Okay, so I get my taxes done at a spot down the street for years. But there's a girl that I graduated with, and she works there now, so I can't get my taxes done there. I don't want her knowing my business. So I had to go to a different spot. So I go to a different, actually closer to the house. And I walk in, I drop off the taxes. I said, do them up. And she goes, he usually likes to sit down with the client first. So I'll get him to call you. This at 10:30. And at 4:30, this dude finally calls me. And I'm like, I just want my taxes done. Yeah, okay, we'll get you to sign it. We'll get you to come back in. I'll sit down with you and we'll chit-chat. And I'm like, what are you talking? Just do my taxes. And maybe Thursday. This is like a Tuesday. I'm back in town on Thursday. I'm like, okay, if we have to go through all that, sure. And I said, just curious how much, right? Well, maybe it's $50 a person, $100 total. Because there's two. There's two there, okay? Two taxes that he's got to do. And he goes, it's probably $300. And I went, what? Are you kidding me? I said that. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Well, that's the going rate. It won't be more than 300. I'm like, I'm come back there tomorrow and I'll pick up my taxes. I'll go somewhere else. Okay. $300. So I call my, and I'm thinking, inflation. Was it because of inflation that the cost of doing taxes now has gone up? So I call my old business and I said, I'm just curious, how much you guys charge? $68 per person. That makes sense. I look everywhere in town for these taxes. I find this gal way out Beaver Creek. I think her name was Mitzi. And yeah. And I call her up and I'm like, hey. She answers the phone. Hi. And I'm like, do you do taxes? Yeah. I'm like, would you mind? Okay, I need my taxes done. There's two of us. We need the taxes done. Yeah, I could do them. And she's like, I said, okay, how do I get them to you? And she says, just take pictures with your phone and send them to me. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. I'm just curious, how much do you charge? $30. $30, guys. 60 total. So she does my taxes, emails me and says, taxes done. Just send the money through the bank. E-transfer. E-transfer me the money, $120. And so I write back, I thought you said 60. And she said, because there's a couple of forms for my kids, she goes, no, that's per person. So she's charging my 9-year-old and my 12-year-old. 30 for me, 30 for the girlfriend, and 30 for my daughter, and 30 for my son. And I'm like, am I in the Twilight Zone? And so I wrote back, I said, but they didn't get their taxes done. They're too young, okay? They don't make any money. And then she wrote back, LOL, yeah, I just reread their statements. I'm like, what is wrong with this world? Is everybody just trying to rip me off? You thought my kids wanted you to do their tax return? What are you talking about? Mitzi. I owe $4,000. Like, give me a break. How does that happen? I wasn't going to talk about this, but you know those members that were charged with manslaughter? I just want to give you an update. I know you already know. Not guilty, of course. Well, thank God. Thank God those two members that shot that guy 12 times were found not guilty. And I'm thinking, isn't it funny how Crown, you're not police. Crown, you're I don't want to say anything bad. Well, what is wrong with Crown Counsel? approving that charge. They actually thought in their head likelihood of conviction, and it probably could have been. You got a jury. You got Crown Counsel that knows nothing about policing because they didn't go to cop school. And you got a jury that knows nothing about policing because they didn't go to cop school. They could have easily been convicted of manslaughter. And I always thought, what did these cops, why did Crown why did they approve a charge? These cops obviously feared death and grievous bodily harm. And when you fear that, you stop the target. You stop the threat. You kill. That's what you do. And sure as hell, I was reading the article, and this is why the police shot. Crown prosecutor Linda Shin said Brown and Stenger, no, I'm saying that wrong, gave in to tunnel vision after learning of the shooting in Grand Prairie. Like, what are you talking? How do you give in to tunnel vision? It just happens. Give into it. They went off half-cocked without having performed the basics of police work. Because, Linda, you know the basics of police work? These cops are the experts, not you, idiot stick. They had no authority to arrest Crawford. Who cares? What does that have anything to do with? Oh, I have no authority to arrest you, therefore I can't kill you if I believe that you're trying to kill me? And here it is. Dash cam footage showed the truck reversing towards the officers. They approved that charge, guys. They put those members through that torment, that torture. That's what Crown Counsel did. The vehicle reversed at one point. You're a dead man. The vehicle's not stopping. The vehicle stopped, but they go up to it and they knock on the window. They wake the guy up and he starts getting away. You start getting away from police, there's a good chance you're going to die. Especially if you make a cop fear death or grievous bodily harm. You guys got to see this. I wake up the other day. There's a girl in Terrace, and she no longer trusts police, okay? I didn't read the article. I just clicked the video. Let's click the video. Let's watch this video. Poor girl. Okay, here we go. Warning, okay? There's a warning. Violent content. See what this chickie poo has to say.
And you could see it.
Your eye was just split open.
A night out
Easy looking at it.
turned into a nightmare for Madison McKay.
It's a nightmare, guys. A night out turned into a nightmare. Because she's upstanding, okay? She's a respected Terrace Girl, okay? She doesn't ever do anything wrong. Police don't know her.
20-year-old was out.
Oh, yeah. She's critical of the RCMP for delayed arrest. And I'm thinking, delayed arrest? Would they not show up in time? Like, what are you talking about? That's what I was actually thinking.
With friends at a terrace bar when her life changed in the blink of an eye.
A blink of an eye, her life changed. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's a cut over the eye. Okay? Eyes bleed like a bugger. So do noses.
Like every time I look in the mirror, it just reminds me again that this happened and it's still happening.
McKay stepped in during
It's still happening to her. This is what happened, okay? McKay stepped in
during an argument between one of her friends and her coworker at the Northern Motor Inn. When McKay was pushed, she pushed back.
Oh. This is McKay. She pushed a girl. So what do you have? You have a fight. A fight starts. A consensual fight. I push you. You push me back. We fight. That's what happened.
The next thing she knew, the woman, whom she didn't know at all, hit her with a glass mug.
What?
pushed her to get her away from me, and then it was just like one swing, like instant. She just grabbed it and just broke it on my face, and like.
It's a fight. I push you, you push me. That's a consensual fight. Yeah, you might take it a little bit too far if you grab onto an object. But whatever. Bottom line, it's a fight. You think she was acting all innocent? No, she pushed the girl. She didn't have to push. Just because she was pushed didn't mean that she has to push back. She intercepted the argument between two people. Got in there. Now, why is she so unhappy?
I remember I could hear the glass break.
Doctor was cleaning it.
The team at the emergency room and a plastic surgeon stitched her wounds closed.
You know what? I find that hard to believe, that there's surgeons in Terrace that are plastic surgeons. I guess. I don't know. And why would a plastic surgeon be responsible for stitches? Okay, you got stitches. Plastic surgeon.
2.5 weeks later, they are healing. But McKay has serious concerns about how the Terrace RCMP handled the investigation.
Terrace RCMP, what the hell's wrong with you guys? What did you do wrong? You did something wrong. I know it. I can feel it.
Was stuck traumatized, and she was just left walking around the streets freely, not a care in the world.
According to McKay, it took the investigating officer 6 days before he followed up with her.
That's because he was off for 4. Okay? And he's got 35 files in his cabinet. He'll get to it when he gets to it. That's the way it is. Don't blame the detachment or the cop. There's not enough members. And whoopee ding dong. So it took 6 days. That's not all that bad. Sounds pretty normal. Sometimes it takes months. If your last name is Caston.
Officer 6 days before he followed up with her, while her alleged attacker was free to come and go as she pleased. Finally, last Friday, the RCMP made an arrest.
Good.
In a statement, the detachment writing, Terrace RCMP are continuing to investigate the incident and intend to forward the results of the investigation to BC Prosecution Services for consideration of charges. McKay believes racism played a part in the delayed police response.
That's what it was. That police officer that's investigating your file, he's racist. Oh, yeah. Why would you be racist against that? She's pretty cute. I'd be anything but racist. Do you really think in your head, your stupid head, that the cop is racist? How dumb. And, you know, some people fall for it when they watch this global news. And they watch this reporter. They fall for it. They actually believe it. I'm racist, therefore I'm going to take my time? That doesn't even make any sense. Does that make any sense to you? I'm scared. I don't even remember what she says here. It's going to be something stupid. I know it.
And can only wonder what would have
What are
happened
you looking at?
if the roles were reversed.
As a First Nations Latino woman, like
First Nations Latino. What?
100% no, I would have been in handcuffs in the back of that cop car. Like,
The suspect has been arrested for assault causing bodily harm, but no charges have been approved. And no
But no charges have been approved. No, it takes a long time for charges. Do you think charges are approved immediately? Of course charges aren't approved. We do the arrest. We give them a PTA, UTA. We forward it to Crown Counsel. And it takes time for them to decide. Do you know how many witnesses that this cop, probably 6 or 7, maybe 10, how many statements he had to take? It's called an investigation, McKay. You collect all the evidence, and then maybe you make an arrest. It takes time. She thinks it's because of the color of her skin. Doi.
No court date has been set. Aaron MacArthur, Global News, approved, and no court date has been set.
I call that hogwash. No court date has been set. She was released on a court date, guaranteed. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe they didn't even arrest her. Maybe they're just going to forward the crap to Crown Counsel and let them. There's so much we don't know about this incident. You could just feel it, right? You could sense it. And I'm going to follow it. I want to hear the outcome of it. Somebody from Terrace contact me. Do you know her? It's so embarrassing as an indigenous Latino woman going to the news and complaining, I'm a victim because of the color of my skin. You know that's not true. Who has taught you that you actually think the members in Terrace are racist? You're the one acting like a jerk off at a bar in Terrace. Stop going to the bar. Grow up. How about that? Go to the media. You blame the cops because you're wimpy and you lose a fight. Like, really? You're the one that lost it. You helped start it. You got in there, you intervened. Because you lose, the cops. You lost because of racism. Cops are racist. Okay, I just need to stop talking about it. I can go on forever. Do you guys know Question Period? I was watching Question Period the other day. It's a joke. It's a complete joke in Canada. Everybody's laughing at SINGH. This is something, guys. This is it is clowny time when they do Question Period in Canada. Watch this video, okay? This is the biggest joke in Canadian politics, this Question Period. Nobody answers a question. SINGH gets up and says, when I'm Prime Minister, like the guy, he knows he's never going to become Prime Minister. So right off the bat, he comes out with a lie. They just lie. They lie during this. SINGH ain't ever going to become a Prime Minister. Who the hell's going to vote for that guy? Well, who knows, right? They voted for this guy. This is what SINGH says.
When I'm Prime Minister, I will keep my promises. Now, another promise, let me try again.
Guys, they are howling. They are laughing at him. This is Joke Town. This is Joke Period. This is what this is. This is
Order.
They're gutting themselves laughing. They can't believe he said it. He won't say it again though, right? Right?
Order.
Now this clown talks. Look at this guy. He thinks he's so important. Anthony, like, who's this guy? What's he gonna say? What's Anthony gonna say? Something real funny. Because it's joke time.
Okay, I know everybody is excited and Christmas is coming. And it's what, a week and a half, 2 weeks away?
That's what it is. Everybody's excited. The little kids are excited. Christmas is around the corner. It's just around the corner. Oh, doesn't it make you sick? Who are these tools that run our world? It's Christmas time, everybody. I know you're excited.
My Advent calendar says 2 days, but I think there's something went wrong there. But wait a minute, just calm down. Everybody take a deep breath.
Take it.
The honourable member for Burnaby South from the
Breathe
top,
deeply.
please.
Okay, what are you going to say, sir? What are you going to say?
Absolutely. For the folks over here, when I'm Prime Minister, I will keep my promises.
Says it again.
Absolutely. Now, let me try again.
Don't.
Let me try again. There's another promise that this Prime Minister made that would certainly help the crisis in
They can't
our
stop
healthcare
laughing.
system. He promised a guaranteed...
I'm sorry. I mean,
Are you sorry?
I'm having a...
Look at Pierre. Is his name Pierre? Polyev. Well, now you gotta get serious. Order.
Order.
Order. Order. You little
The honourable
clowns.
member for Burnaby South, please. From the top, we'll try one more time.
Don't say it again.
Now we know that there's some people in this chamber that like the number 3. So when I'm Prime Minister, I will keep my promise. But let me try again.
Oh man, I can't watch the. It's just complete horse. Completely. Not one question is answered. They call it question period, but not one question is answered. Let's take a couple of calls.
Hey, Gwent. This is S calling. I called before, but I think I was speaking maybe a little too fast.
I think his name is F.
But I want to let you know that I want to apply for the RCMP. I probably will in a year, or when I'll be free of any criminal activity for a year. I know the minimum's a year.
Minimum.
I'm looking at a deferral for sure. I'll tell you the reasons why, but I'm going to apply anyway just so I can eat the deferral earlier rather than later. I'm 24 now, so I'll be 25 when I...
Okay, you said the minimum is a year of all criminal activity. Maybe they changed that, but when I was in recruiting, it was 3 years. Okay, you got to be clear of all criminal activity. So if you drank and drove 2 years ago, they're going to defer you for another year. Okay, this guy did some bad things. You're going to want to hear these bad things, guys.
Apply, but in the past year, I was associated with the wrong kind of people, not in the sense that they were in gangs, but just doing drugs, and those drugs happen to be psychedelic, which includes psilocybin, DMT, and I also dabbled in some opium. You'll probably laugh at me saying dabbled, but
Opium?
It is what it is. On top of that,
Sounds
we
fun.
also had PR parties, which is private room parties, and there was one time where money was exchanged for some favors with a woman, per se.
PR parties. I've never been invited. I want to go to one of those. So you took some money in exchange. You gave it to this girl, which is a nice transaction. God, why is it such a big deal? I don't know why the RCMP would have a big deal. It is, though. They don't like it. They don't want you to give money to a girl in exchange for BJs or anything else. You can't do it. But I know why you did it.
And I was wondering if you can maybe let me know how long of a deferral I might be looking at,
Ever?
and what I can do to improve my chances. I'm planning on finishing my degree, maybe even doing my master's, because I might go into a different field if this doesn't work out for me. Kind of have an idea of what I want to do if policing doesn't work. But yeah, I've had some fair share of mistakes, and I've also drove under the influence of weed, because I used to be quite the smoker. But things have changed, and there's a reason for that. But yeah, if you can give me your opinion on those things,
What's
and
the
maybe
reason?
cover in a video. I like watching the videos. That would be great, man. Well, I'll probably call again, but this is S, and
Thanks for your call, dude. This is such a hard... Don't believe. I might be wrong, okay? Here's the problem. I think it's going to be a long deferral. They might defer you for a year. It might go on for quite a while. You did these things when you were an adult. I think you said you were 21. It's okay to do things when you're younger. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say you broke the law when you're younger, okay? Because I know a guy. When marijuana was illegal, he did a bunch of marijuana when he was younger. That's fine. Because he applied when he was 40. But he did it one time in between that span of 20 to 40. And he didn't get in because of that. Because he should have known better, according to the RCMP. So I think it's going to be a long deferral. It might not even happen for you. But it might happen for you. You might as well try. But they might think... See, they want to be able to trust you. They want to know for a fact that you're not going to fall back on anything that you ever all those things that you did. They want to be convinced that you're not going to go back to that lifestyle. Even though you know in your head you're not going to go back. They don't know. The evidence doesn't prove yet that it's possible that you will go back. So I think a lot of time, you're going to have to separate a lot of time from the 21 age of when you did all those, sounds like fun things, but RCMP, they don't look at it as fun. So to answer your question, I don't know how long of a deferral it is. going to be for you. Might not happen for you. Then again, the RCMP are desperate. Maybe you're non-white. Maybe you got a bunch of things going for you. I don't know. But good luck to you. I know I didn't really answer your question. I hope I didn't depress you. But I'm just telling you what, this is from my experience being in recruiting. It's like if I wanted to hire you, if I had a job, you know, and you told me all those things, I'm going to be like, dude, you were 21 like yesterday. Well, why would I hire you? You know, you're going to have to do a lot of proving, and time without doing anything bad is a lot of proving. And don't hang out. Don't hang out with anybody that commits criminal activity, because that'll be another gong. They'll defer you for that. Take another call.
Hey, Josh. Just a comment on how to improve maybe a little bit.
He's got a comment. He's going to teach me how I can improve on my podcast. I want to hear this.
I only listen to your podcasts. Hopefully you can hear this. I only listen to your podcast.
Dude, I could barely hear you every time you call. You only listen to it. You don't watch it.
Podcasts. I don't watch your YouTube that much.
Okay, you don't watch it.
But when you're showing pictures on YouTube, obviously we can see them, and we can see how, say, a car looks when you say looks like it's been hit by an axe. Just a favor for me, or would help if you described it a little better.
Okay, you want me to describe things better because you don't know sometimes you don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, I could do that.
Kind of put a picture in my head.
I'll put a picture in your head.
Put on your podcast. Ask your viewers if that's something they'd like. If it's not, if it dropped down your viewers, then don't do it. But for me, that would help because I mainly listen while I drive. So, hey, thanks.
Thanks for your call, man. I sometimes forget that I'm on, Spotify and Apple, and sometimes people don't even know what I'm talking about. And so I'll be more visual. And, thanks for your call. Before I go, I just want to tell you guys something. You see this here? You see this? I love this. It was given to me by a very important man. Look at the color. Look at the color of it. And this is what you guys want, because it has this part for easy twisting, and it just goes right in there. And for I'd say about 7 years, I carried this. And there's a good chance that they're going to be on the website, clintonjaws.com. So check that out for when. You know when it really comes in handy? When I put these things on her, right here, I put those things on there, on her, and then I take this and I throw it away when she's acting up. I just wanted to share that with you, and that was, I don't know, probably pretty dumb. But guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Bye-bye.
What's that?